What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I am back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is a TSM player. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis, is a Zodiac. The map is Painted Desert, and this is the spring tournament hosted by DoD Shelty. Yeah, this is like, I think we're looking at round stages or the bracket stage, like really kind of early in the tournament, but these players are fairly high level. Zodiac is a very talented player. I've seen him. He's playing around the Voobly ladder, around the 1800 plus mark, and TSM player is an expert. So we'll see what the big difference is between these players and see what they can come up with. The map being Painted Desert is a very interesting map because you only get a certain amount of wood, right, in your starting wood lines. So you can get wood start really easily as opposed to any other map where it's really difficult to wood start. So there's a couple of different strategies you can employ with this, such as if you can push off wood here, and here, you're forcing your Egyptian player to go only food-based army, and then they can't get access to mining upgrades and things like that, and it can be really hard. Also, things like this gold mine being fairly exposed. It does happen fairly often. This sentry tower does not protect this gold mine at all. And if TSM player comes in with like hoplite toxotes and just sits here with the toxotes, he can kick off this gold mine really easily. However, there is a really strong gold mine here. So if Zodiac can get up a really early second town center, then it doesn't really matter what TSM player can do to this gold mine because he can just move over to here. And this gold mine is fairly well protected by this town center and maybe a wall over here. Something like that would be okay. But TSM player, on the other hand, he's got his zebra start. Normally, sometimes you can see giraffe here, I think, instead of the zebra. This is exactly the same amount of food, though. So, oh no, this is more food by a little bit. So it looks like TSM player is going to be moving forward onto these giraffe early. I actually kind of like that. If you move forward onto your forward hunt early, it means you can gather that before your opponent hits the classical age and starts harassing it, and you can move back to this hunt and this hunt later, and it's harder for them to push that one off. So this hunt's probably going to be finished by the time Zodiac's able to attack it, and TSM player is going to be in a fairly decent position there. Unless I guess Zodiac could go for like a super fast classical age, like 4-minute classical age, and then attack this, and it would be pretty brutal, but you can defend that with Jason and Odysseus with a similar advance time. We've got the houses going up around the gold mine, so Zodiac is fairly aware of this location being under threat. However, Toxotes still can sneak in here and shut this down, so this wall doesn't really help. These houses aren't really going to be able to prevent TSM player from hitting this with like an Athena rush. So we'll see if Athena is the god of choice here. Let's check out what he's scouted. He hasn't actually seen the base yet, so we don't know what he's going to be. He hasn't really made up his decision, and you haven't really committed to anything. He's got 3 villages on gold, 3 villages on wood. So that does suggest to me that he wants to go Athena. Generally, we see maybe 2 villages on gold if we're going to be going for Hermes play because you want to get those centaur out. Alternatively, he could go Hermes, Hippocon Toxotes for a very similar effect here and just neglect centaurs, but we'll see what he does pick there. We have got prosperity coming through now for Zodiac. That's super early prosperity there. He's coming through Bast, red hot, red fast. What's he doing there? He's casting the prosperity, and generally when you see these early prosperities, it's for priests, but he's not building any priests. So I'm a little bit concerned that this. Oh no, he's going for the second town center awfully fast, so he's going to be grabbing this town center. I'm silly. Not priest. This is a different style. I haven't seen Isis players going for this super early classical age into second town centers. So he's going to maybe wait for the prosperity to finish. He's going to move his pharaoh forward, look for something to kill. It looks like his scouting has been fairly bad, and he should know that there's nothing here. You can select over the giraffe, and if it doesn't show any health bars, you know those giraffe are dead. And it looks like Zodiac's going to be moving forward with his priest, attacking some of these villages that are sitting here. And if we jump back over to TSM player's perspective, he's going through Hermes, so he can use that ceasefire in order to be okay here. Bolt does get used on that pharaoh, so that shuts down this early aggression. Second town center is going to be going up now for Zodiac. However, with without the Pharaoh, this town center takes quite a while to go up, and it's potentially the Centaur could just run straight over here and attack that. But it does look like the Sphinx is going to be harassing some of these villages. None of them go down, and the Centaur is going to chase the Sphinx away. But the Sphinx does beat the Centaur 1-1, so we'll see if he does move back in. We do have the Jason moving in, and that Centaur is going to be taking quite a bit of damage there from that special attack. I'm going to have to run away. Sphinx is getting out of there without losing any health. And Jason's going to chase the Sphinx away. Town Center is going to be getting up for Zodiac. So Zodiac's going to be in a fairly decent position right now. He's done a lot of damage. However, he's taken a lot of damage as well. This this priest is about to get picked off, which is huge. It means this Centaur can run around fairly free. The Sphinx is still running around, but we've got straggler trees here. So if the Sphinx wants to do any damage, he has to take tower fire from the Town Center. And TSM player is going to be getting out his Odysseus really, really soon. In fact, right now. And then that's going to force the Sphinx out even further. We do see that Zodiac is going to be getting up his money to the villages now and going to be taking out this elephant to be hunting. Going to be in a fairly decent position there to start booming. However, grabbing that early town center means it does take you a while to get set up in terms of getting your army going. So now we're going to be seeing Jason and Centaur moving in onto this food location. We see the Catastrophic Scout has found that out. We've got the second town center up for TSM player as well. So we're going to see this raid coming in right now. We do see the Sphinx are on the line of the villages here, and the Odysseus not chasing that one down is going to be fairly big. However, villages falling now for Zodiac. Villages also going to be, looks like he managed to get away without losing any villages there. For some reason, Zodiac not microing that one well enough. There's a couple of low HP villages here. He's going to be moving back onto that giraffe. I'm not sure if that's going to be worth it. There's only 88 food left on it. And we do see that the villages are going to be running into the town center here. Going to be grabbing some of those goat. At the moment, there's still chicken here. This granary should have been built again to get these chicken gathering a little bit more efficiently. However, choosing not to do that means he's going to be a little bit less of the food there. Odysseus has chased the Sphinx back into the town center here, and now this Odysseus is going to be trying to be picking off some of these villages, which is actually kind of big here. We do have the Pharaoh moving in as well. He's going to be taking quite a lot of free damage there. However, he's going to be fine, not going to die, and going to be jumping into that town center. All these villagers need to get out of this town center and back to work. Going to be moving them onto gold. Should probably take these villages off gold and onto food, and then reorganize your units there. Definitely want to get out a priest, and he is going to be grabbing that priest, which should be able to take out this centaur as soon as he pops out. If you pop him out right next to the centaur, no way that centaur is going to be dying. However, running it away just as the priest pops out. Nice awareness there, but I think that was because he was in tower range, and Zodiac not quite aware of what's going on there with that priest. Needs to get that one onto the centaur and pick that one off. Would be really big. And if we jump back over to the CSM's player's perspective, he's sitting at 47 of 50 population. Got the two stables coming up right now, and he's kind of stabilized from any of that early aggression that's come out. The spearman now jumping onto Odysseus. He's going to have to get out of there, and the Sphinx is going to be enough to pick off this Hippocon. However, it looks like Odysseus is going to be attempting to pick off the Sphinx. I thought he was going to be going for the Pharaoh. Probably could have picked off the Pharaoh there, and that's a decent trade right there. 200 wood, 2 favor for a free Pharaoh, but the Pharaoh not empowering and not dealing damage is quite a lot of resources, potential resources. Say he was empowering this gold mine with 6 villages on it. Every time the villager dumps in their resources, you get an extra couple of resources, so that's a minute of gathering. It can be an effective loss of resources if you can pick off your enemy Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh also rehealing HP as well. Means that damage you did to the Sphinx, not worth it. So generally speaking, pick off the Pharaoh is a great idea. Looks like TSM players grabbed that Wand of Gambantine, which is 20% negative temple research costs. But it looks like he's not building Centaur this game, or at least not that many Centaurs. So it's not really going to be a big help to him. It does mean he can get, what's it called? I can't remember the name of the technology, but it gives you a plus 10% HP bonus. Yeah, I can't find it on your heroes. It'll come to me, but I can't remember. That one will be a cheaper research cost, and it's definitely a good upgrade to be got. Unique to Zeus. And we do see that Zodiac has got a nice army here of spearmen, but with the medium Hippocon, that's actually just a little bit too much for these spearmen. So he's going to be choosing not to fight that one. Villagers coming. This is a really strange decision, if you ask me. I don't understand why he would be grabbing this gold mine when he's got a perfectly safe gold mine behind his base, and this is just going to be harassing his economy here. And does manage to pick off a Hippocon there, so I guess it kind of worked to pull the villagers off the gold line there, but you just don't have to fight just yet as Egyptian. You need to kind of chill, wait for your power spike with Ancestors Eclipse, and then go from there. So Zodiac going to be starting to build some of those farms. He's got 30 villagers on gold, so definitely need to organize that one a little bit better. We don't see Plow just yet for Zodiac. It is coming through now, so he's going to be grabbing that one, and his economy is going to be fairly decent there, but it's going to be a little bit difficult for him. And we are seeing TSM player pumping out those villagers, doing the best he possibly can here, grabbing them ones out. And he does look like he's looking towards the next age here. Still building the Hippocons, but he could cancel them at any time. Does not have an armory though, so I am a little bit of a liar there. We're seeing that Zodiac's moving around, trying to get into here. We do see walls coming up all over the map here. This is going to be really shutting down any raids coming in to his base later in the game, and we are seeing the Hippocon jumping onto these villages. Maybe we're going to pick off a couple here. It's a nice raid. Watchtowers don't have crenellations. Actually, that's a bunch of villages getting picked off there, and no Hippocon getting picked off. Well, maybe one going to get picked off there. So nice trade there. One Hippocon for 4 villages is always worth. And we are seeing Pharaoh and a couple of these spearmen running into the base. You're going to be able to actually hit these back villages if he is moving them there. If we jump over to Zodiac's perspective, he is moving them right on top of this granary here. So it's kind of like he knew that this was the option here. Going to be able to pick up a bunch of these villages. And we do see another little bit of a raid here. A couple of these spearmen are getting picked out of position here. Villagers getting pulled off the line there. And villagers retreating from here while this attack's going on. Nice marker there from, and map awareness from TSM player there. Going to be retreating some of these units while the villagers are chasing, and these Toxotes are going to be taking down a bunch of these villages as well. They're going to be retreating out, and this is going to be really brutal for Zodiac here, but nice, a nice efficient play there from TSM player. TSM player is going to be chasing around these priests and the Pharaoh and the spearmen here with these Hippocon. Going to be able to clean this one up really easily here. Maybe a couple of villages are going to get picked off as well, but most of these units should get picked off there. One villager down, another villager down, and a couple of these other villagers are going to fall here. Nice play there from Zodiac to get a couple of economic hits in, but Zodiac just needs to mine this gold mine for now at this point, and get some economy coming in, some army coming in. He's only got the one barracks up, which is a huge issue, and with so many villages on gold, you don't have that economy. You need only 13 villagers on the food in order to produce spearmen and villagers from two locations there, two town centers, and all of these villagers getting pulled off their resources in order to fight this army here from TSM player. Microing is best there, but this is maybe enough for Zodiac to defend here, but he's not microing well enough. It's not exactly what you want to see. Idle villagers here. You can just click shift click up there in order to quickly micro them onto different things there. Going to get these villagers back onto their resources as soon as possible, but losing all of those villages in a trade for army is always bad, and it looks like more of these Hippocon are going to move in, and they can just run straight through now and sit on this gold mine, and that's going to be absolutely brutal. If we jump over to TSM player's perspective as well, it looks like his economy is suffering just a little bit. He's got a lot of villagers on wood and does need to transfer them over onto these farms here. Does he have plow? He does have plow, so his economy shouldn't be taking too much of a hit once he transfers those villagers over to wood. Maybe getting up a couple more archery ranges and just like stopping production of the Hippocon, so you can continue to build those villages would be a decent enough idea. So we'll see what happens there, but having this many resources in the bank is definitely not something you want to see. Zodiac's Pharaoh has been respawned, but it looks like Zodiac's living at 71 population to 130 population of TSM player. TSM player is also grabbing his 3rd town center. And it just looked like maybe TSM players thinking about coming into this location here, and he is going to be making that move in, and there's so many Hippocon here, so many Hippocon. He can easily pick off a bunch of these villages, and he's going for the Pharaoh. I'm not sure about that one. He just does know that there's a gold mine here, and that's where Zodiac's mining from. This gold mine's also being mined, and there is a Hippocon over here just patrolling around in order to check out these gold mines. It looks like the village is getting pulled off this gold mine here. They can actually move over to here now, which is nice, because otherwise TSM play is going to have to move over this way and be on this side as well. That 2nd town center is up now, and villagers moving forward, it looks like they're going to be going for this town center here, going for the 4 town centers in the classical age. It's actually a good idea considering how much economic damage he's done. It means his opponent can't jump ages and keep up with him. Generally speaking, grabbing 4 town centers is a risky move because it means your opponent can tech to the Mythic Age while you're stuck in the Classical Age, and they can really punish you, and with timing pushes and things like that. We're seeing more barracks now coming up for Zodiac. So Zodiac is stuck in this Classical Age, and it does look like a mining camp's going to get picked off. Nope, not going to pick off the mining camp. Should probably move out of this location here. Town center is going up for player, and player's economy is huge right now as opposed to Zodiac, who's been taking so much damage. He's got no villages on the wood, kind of been wood stuff, but he's got these wood locations here, but he's not putting any villages on that wood, maybe because he's already got shaft mine. Has not got shaft mine, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Definitely needs to get out slingers and spearmen if he wants to deal with this army. The army of Zeus is really, really strong. He's getting out some of those Sphinx as well, so he does have options with an Eclipse play in order to push his opponent. But with this town center going up, it's going to be really hard for Zodiac to come back into this game. We are seeing the granary getting picked off there, and maybe these medium Hippocon are going to be coming out, but it does look like they're going to be trying to pick off one of these Cryo Sphinx, but he is going to be able to get out of there without dying, which means he can get healed back up, and more of these Sphinx are going to be produced. How many monuments does he have? It's only 1, right? No, he's got the 2 monuments here. A little bit for monument placement. You want to be putting them on different locations here. And we are going to be moving onto the top side of the map here. Going to be trying to pick off what Zodiac's got over here. And TSM player looks like he's got the armory up and he's going to be having those resources to advance to the next age. He's cancelled, or should have cancelled all of his things there. And it looks like Apollo is the god of choice. Not going for Dionysus, which I'm not 100% sure about, considering Dionysus is a good way to force out a defensive ancestors, but I guess Apollo is exactly the same. You can attack 2 locations at once, and with the Catastrophic Scout over this side of the map, he is going to be okay, or we can use the Apollo on this side and this side to completely shut down the gold mining of Zodiac. So interesting. We'll see what happens there, but not 100% sure. We are seeing barracks getting picked off here that were built, which is kind of a nice delay tactic from Zodiac, and Zodiac should be going through Nephthys now. Yeah, Nephthys is coming up, but as soon as player has his Heracles out, it starts being really difficult for Ancestors Eclipse to do too much there. Heracles plus Odysseus plus Jason and potentially, there it is. Olympic parentage? Olympic parentage? I don't know. Olympic parentage is that technology. So these heroes are really beefy. Apollo does come out, which means he can start building some of those Manticore as well. Is that something he's going to be going for? Not going to be going for Manticore. Going to be going straight to the Mythic Age. It looks like grab that market up, and then he can actually go through Hera and then completely obliterate the army of Zodiac. And it does look like these villagers moving away from this gold mine a little bit preemptively there, as the Hippocon are moving in, and they're going to be seeing no one over here. So that's going to be a little bit of a question there. Where are the villagers going? And it's obvious that those villagers are moving over to this location, and Apollo is going to be a big issue there because he can just warp over to that side, and then that's going to be a real difficult thing for him to deal with that. Zodiac actually, is he actually going? He's going for the town center. So he's got so many villagers over here in order to go for this town center, and he's using Ancestors Eclipse onto this location. He's going to be attacking 2 town centers at once. It looks like TSM player is a little bit out of position to deal with this. Going to be losing this town center. Going to be losing this town center as well, it looks like, and there is a Scorpion Man coming out as well. Bunch of these villagers. Actually, man, if you can pick off this town center fast enough, you don't actually lose that many villagers to this, and that's actually going to be huge, which means that Zodiac can actually get this town center back. And with this town center falling, that means TSM player has to rebuild this one. And instead of attacking himself, he's actually just allowing himself to lose these locations here. And TSM player is going to be going through Hephaestus, and that's going to be meaning he's actually going to have to somehow defend against this, but he's not going to be able to. It does look like the town center is going to be going up here for Zodiac, and there's a bunch hipping on here, which may be able to pick off a couple of these villagers, but that's a really nice attack there. A bunch of these villagers may be falling as well. The Ancestors is going to be going down soon, but Ceasefire is incoming, and then he's going to be able to grab this town center back up, and this town center is up now. So TSM player has lost his advantage there, and looks like Zodiac is actually a really nice play there, has managed to get his town center back, should be able to chuck up a market and go straight to the Mythic Age, can go through Son of Osiris as well because there's no bolt left. This town center is able to come back up, no Ceasefire getting cast just yet. Hephaestus has come through, going to be able to cast that one down somewhere. Plenty Vault is going up at the back of the base here. The Manticore are going to be chasing these Sphinx through the base, and these are Cryo Sphinx. They're going to be doing a lot of damage. It looks like they're going to be trying to get out of here. And it does look like Zodiac has kind of stabilized here. However, the big story is going to be TSM player Hephaestus. He's going to have his, wrong person. He's going to have his Forge of Olympus coming through, which means a super cheap armory upgrade, which means that these Zeus units are going to have really, really strong stats really soon, and also Colossus are going to be coming through. So Zodiac has to get through Osiris, get those Mummy coming out, get the Son of Osiris coming out in order to defend, and then somehow efficiently trade against this Zeus army with a Bellerophon going to be coming out really soon as well. Heracles coming out. Where is Bellerophon? No Bellerophon just yet, not having the resources. But TSM player should get those. Yeah, he's got the donkey caravans pumping as well. So he's going to be in a fairly decent position. These villagers, for some reason, getting out of position here, going to get picked off by the slingers and the spearmen. And we are seeing Migdol Stronghold is out as well. However, the units are going to be moving in, and TSM player not happy about that little attack that Zodiac did on him. Going to be moving in, maybe trying to take out this location here. He's got the Colossus in order to pick off this location here. A bunch of those Sphinx are dying to the Manticore and the Gold Colossus and those Toxotes. However, it looks like Zodiac is trying to push in here, trying to pick off this gate, but it looks like the villager is going to be able to repair that one. Maybe, no, it is going to be going down, so it looks like the villager does repair it, but not fast enough. Maybe going to bring a couple of more villagers over here in order to stop this one. Slinger's going to be pushing this villager off. A couple of these Hippicon are going to be pushing through. It does look like the Gold Colossus, not Gold Colossus, just the Colossus is going to be able to smack down this Migdol Stronghold with the assistance of everything else. And do we finally see Bellerophon? It's like one of those units you need to get as soon as you advance to the Mythic Age, just because it's that strong. Even though it's expensive, it's just like a ridiculously powerful unit. We are going to be moving into the base of Zodiac here. All of these villagers are going to be feeling a lot of pain here. Where is the Pharaoh? The Pharaoh is sitting here. Does he have City of the Dead? City of the Dead is coming through and he's going to be healing that Pharaoh. Maybe it's a little bit too late and he needs to be grabbing that one out. We are seeing the Mummy moving in, going to be able to pick off this Colossus straight away, so that's huge. And it does look like the Heracles and the Jason and the Odysseus going to be running onto that Mummy straight away, but he's going to be getting out of there without taking that much damage. Picking off the Colossus means that no more siege is going to be coming through for the Zeus player here, and Zodiac needs to cancel those. Mercenary does not need those ones at all, and he just needs to stabilize and get to that full population in order to defend here, and he should be okay, and he should be able to manage some sort of a comeback here. But let's check out what's going on. We still have access to Apollo, so we can have some sort of huge push with Apollo. We do see the Monument to the Pharaohs is coming out now as well. Mummy should be able to move in. Is this going to be enough? Yes, it does look like the Manticore does get picked off, but the Mummy is going to be picked off as well. So trading one Mummy for a Manticore and a Colossus is huge right there. But it looks like these villagers are going to be in a lot of pain here. They are going to be trying to be used to pick off the units of TSM player. Can actually get some of those mercenary coming out right now. But no real Migdol Stronghold anywhere at this point, and only a couple of barracks here with medium Myrmidon pumping out right now. So TSM player is going to be transitioning into those Myrmidon Toxote army there. The Son of Osiris is going to be doing a bunch of damage over here. Definitely going to get those Toxotes to be targeting down the Son of Osiris, do as much damage as you possibly can to him, and he's actually going to be dealing that damage. But once you lose the HP on the Son of Osiris, you have to get him out of there. It's going to be too much for him to deal with. Looks like he's going to be retreating back into the town center fire here, but still taking that damage, still trying to defend over here. Got some of those Axemen pumping out as well, but Axemen against medium Myrmidon is only kind of maybe even like only an even trade, so it's like still okay to build medium Myrmidon into, or like upgraded Myrmidon into Axemen, so that's going to be fine right there. But it does look like this attack has been thwarted from player, but the damage has been done, and it does look like a TSM player has stabilized and he's got those upgrades pumped, and he's going to be going for an underworld play. Where can he use it? He can use it in the back of the base here, can use it in the back of the base here, can't use it on top of the town centers, but the monument protection range isn't that big, right? You can attack a lot of different places here. And does he have, or he's going to be moving in with the Bellerophon to figure out where to attack, and it does look like he's looking at this location here maybe. Well, that's where he sent the Bellerophon, so we'll see if this is just like kind of a raid or if he's going to be going for the attack. And with these Heliopoli and the Myrmidon, they're going to be able to tear down this location really, really easy. It does look like he's moving into the back of this location, and this is where he's going to be going for, looking for that attack with the Apollo, and it looks like there's no army in the vicinity over here. They're all over here. Apollo, this is a really nice play. Going to be moving in, take out this location as best as possible. Had Zodiac spread out his monuments well enough, he could potentially have actually made Apollo useless this game, but it does look like he's going to be moving in right now, using some of those, building some of those watchtowers as well, and he still has access to ceasefire. So once this town center goes down, he can grab that town center, cast a ceasefire, and then he's going to be in a really good position to like finish this game. But it looks like the villagers coming out, and Zodiac is going to be producing those. Oh, he doesn't have any gold income at this point. He's got no villagers on gold. He's got 40 villagers on the food, but no gold, so he can't produce mercenaries. So this is a huge timing attack. We are seeing the mummy coming in, and the town center does go down. Watchtowers are coming up as well, and it does look like this is potentially going to be too much. The Bellerophon gets picked off, unfortunately. Didn't manage to get that special jump onto the monument, but there may be just too many units pumping in right now for TSM player, especially because these watchtowers are pumping out as well, and there's no siege here for Zodiac, and the Zodiac's market's going to be falling down as well. We do see a bunch of villages getting pulled up into this location as well. Imagine if these were Skin of the Rhino villages, but it does look like potentially TSM players retreating here, but he's got so many units. Well, what's he doing? He's just like kind of defending, I guess, but there's so many villagers now picking off these watchtowers, and I believe, I believe villagers have a bonus against towers. Yeah, 150% bonus versus towers, so you can get those villagers in order to pick this location off. But it does look like the Son of Osiris is super close to be dying here. 45 HP, 37 HP, 27 HP. Does look like he's managed to survive for a couple more shots here. But Bellerophon's going to be able to move in and then just launch that javelin into the face of the Son of Osiris, and does manage to kill that one off. And then Mummy's going to fall as well. This location is going to be locked down as well at some point, and Zodiac decides to tap out. GG, well played there by TSM player. I really enjoyed Zodiac's play here. I loved the double attack, launching with villages, launching with Ancestors Eclipse, and but it was just too much economy spent, and it just could not help him come back from all of that pain that player was putting onto him there. So super well played there by TSM player, taking this game 1-0. There's going to be another game or two to come. We'll see if Zodiac can shake things up in the next game, try a different strategy and see if it works, or if player just holds strong and takes the series. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you enjoyed it and want to see my videos as soon as they come out. My name is Boit, and I will see you guys next time.